Fala galera, bem-vindos ao canal com mais um vídeo. Estamos aqui de volta com vocês com mais um Starfield. E é o seguinte, tô aqui, certo? A gente tá aqui na praça aqui. Estamos aqui com esse mecanismo aqui que pelo jeito tá sendo construído. E vamos pro último. A gente vai pra última missão, ó. A gente vai pra última casa de Vental. Depois a gente tem até umas missões secundárias aqui pra fazer aqui, que eu andei encontrando, né? À medida que a gente for. Vamos lá, vamos pro terceiro e último aqui, vamos ver aqui que eu... Vamos lá, o forte. Tem que ir pra lá. Pra ir pra lá, preciso vir pra cá primeiro.
If you need to kill something, I have what you require. Well, look who it is. Dazra's very own guest of honor. You must have friends in high places, as I have been authorized to trade with you. I have some impressive firepower on offer.
Olha, suas armas são melhores que os outros lugares de Draza? Não pergunta não, vamos lá.
Of course I do. Now, what are you buying? They will not know what hit them.
Vamos ver o que ela tem. O que eu gostei disso aqui é bem silencioso. Fiz de casa da velha terra. As armas dela são bem... sabe, naval o C, arma de rebite, soldador. Tá uma mistura das armas, tanto as armas deles quanto as armas do Mag Sniper. Pô, 30 mil. Vamos ver o que eu tenho aqui pra vender. Eu acho errado isso aqui. Não.
Need some stopping power, huh? I have some seed.
Aqui da Prophecy. programa de volta, eu tenho que ver o que eu vou fazer. Eu não tenho.
A credit for your thoughts, as they say.
Tá bom, vamos. Vamos pra cá.
To not fully dedicate is to whisper foolish, Victor. The High Council needs access to the power grid if we hope to restore the city. Your inability to provide a legitimate excuse for denying them will only last so long.
Victoria is right. I know you're angry, but you can't let personal matters interfere with what may be best for everyone.
Personal matters? This is a Ministry of State matter, and I will handle it as I see fit. He is a traitor. He turned his back not only on his family, but on our people's entire belief system. The fact that he still breathes is a stain upon the House Vethal name. If you are not a member of House Vethal, you do not belong here. Another High Council lackey come begging? I told Lovick no more.
Forgive my brother. He has been forgetting his manners of late. Victor, this is Anasco's chosen. You recall Lovick sent word.
I recall he spoke of a newly anointed promised. And we do not need help, especially from an outsider.
You can't continue to refuse the council. You must act. Your inaction is killing you.
Precisely, which is why he leaves me no choice but to say this. My nephew Varric has left, and until he returns, Victor refuses to assist the council.
These are hardly matters for the ears of an outsider.
As situações estão conectadas. Parece uma desculpa esfarrapada para não ajudar o sumo do conselho. É um essencial que poderia salvar. Cara, eu vou jogar isso aqui, só de raiva também.
You have no idea what you speak of. You are an outsider. You have no understanding of our house.
Não, você sabe que esperam que você seja um líder e está agindo igual criança, como os aproximamentos do seu filho tem a ver com a nossa. Não bater né?
Is this not the opportunity you've been looking for, brother? A third party capable of finding Varric?
Yes, you said so yourself. Someone with no loyalties to speak of. And if he's become promised, truly his arrival is more than coincidence.
Serpent, give me strength. You both speak true. Perhaps I have reacted in haste. Tell me, Vindicator, are you well practiced in discretion?
Cobramento? Não vamos.
I hope your word is good as well. As Vittoria mentioned, my son, Varric, has left. Essentially, he has abandoned his post. And not only did he turn his back on his house, but the great serpent as well. He is a traitor and must be dealt with as such.
Victor, surely you don't mean it.
He does, Luther. He is allowing his fervent pride and anger to cloud his judgment. What my brother is trying to say is that He wishes his own son dead. First, we lose Vashti to that malignance tearing through Dazra. And now you so willingly offer up Varric. As if our house has not suffered enough loss already.
Matar Varric. Embora mais demais, a base do destino dos traidores. Varric. Embora, né? Varric fez contra o grande ofício. Eu vou perguntar isso aqui, quem é
I will not
Vashti?
speak of her with an outsider, promised or not. Your focus is solely on Varric. This is not grief. This is betrayal. Not only to me, but to our society and the great serpent
A
himself.
Vashti deve ser a mulher
I do
dele.
not wish Varric dead, but as head of the Ministry of State, he left me no choice. All must serve. Those who refuse will be met with death. The shame Varric brought upon this house is immeasurable. It stains the very foundation. I will not act until this house is in order and its members are properly aligned with the Great Serpent.
Vamos tentar isso aqui. Poderia abrir uma exceção.
Exceptions show weakness, and we cannot afford to show weakness at a time like this.
We have done the same for less. You act as if death is the only answer. What about forgiveness?
I will not risk the ministry's authority on the actions of my own son, even if he is my chosen heir. If the High Council wants my cooperation, I need you to find Varric and carry out his sentence.
And I would ask you to spare him. My brother is acting under impulse, not reason.
I have never been more clear. Speak against me one more time, and you will regret it. Varric has a signet ring with House Vithal's family crest. Bring it to me as proof of death. Only then will I grant you access to the power grid.
Eu vou ver o que eu posso fazer, isso é ridículo. Não, eu vou falar aqui com o Vitória.
There is no other way. The Ministry of State must uphold order, and you will be expected to serve, as we all do. I recommend you start by speaking to patrons of the Herald's Rest. Some of Varric's associates there may know where he went, but keep in mind, anyone who has directly aided him in hiding is an accomplice and shares his fate.
Pega ninguém até ser tão bom de ajudá-lo.
The Herald's Rest is our local bar, and unfortunately, my son's favorite establishment to frequent. And while I know a bar isn't the ideal place for discretion, I still expect you to keep these matters private. All anyone needs to know is that you are looking for Varric. See to it you do. All anyone needs to know is that you are looking for Varric for personal reasons. I will not risk word of his disappearance getting out before I can say the situation has been handled.
Remember, Vindicator, that I would ask you to spare my nephew.
If the Great Serpent truly watches over us, you'll bring Varric home.
Nossa, cara, eu gostei. Convicção. Conflituosa, olha o nome da.
I, too, would ask you spare Varric. Victor is in no condition to be making such decisions.
Beleza, então, vamos embora. Vamos botar aqui, a gente tem que ir no tal do bar, né? Antes, os quartos são...
His eyes are always watching.
Vamos pro telhado. telhado já é lá de fora. Olha só que legal. Tá, vamos lá.
Can I get you anything? This bar is the only thing keeping many people sane. Very? Depends on who's looking for him. And Vi, of course.
Meus amigos, quero saber novidades.
We've been getting a lot of that since the so-called incident. Lots of people you're reminded you care about when half the city goes to shit. Truth is, I haven't seen him for a few days myself. But if you find him, tell him he better come check on his tab. I know he's good for it, but since he gave Eggy permission to use it, it's sky high.
Vamos tentar persuadir.
You being a friend of his, I wish I did, but I'm afraid I just can't help you.
Não.
It always helps when you have a personal connection.
Isso aqui nem eu. Fala com todo mundo.
You've got me there. All right, fine. I don't know where he is, but there's a man, Dane Salavea. He might know. That one's easy. Dane's a bit of a regular ever since Dasra went to hell. Just wait around a bit and he's bound to wander in.
Espera no retiro do arauto.
The Great Serpent would not have done this unless truly necessary. We must not doubt his intentions.
You seem to be doing well. I'll drink to that.
Não é isso que eu queria, não.
Salutations.
Ah, é tal do...
A drink or two ought to lighten this mood. Hey, aren't you that outsider made promise that showed up here recently?
Eu fiz de abençoe e mostrar o caminho certo.
Impressive. Since these people really aren't into strangers, especially at times like these. I'm an outsider myself. It's hard to get into the whole giant snake thing.
Então... Sabe o que eu quero dizer? Ver como veio parar aqui. Vamos perguntar aqui como veio parar aqui.
You could say I'm like a specialized delivery service. Moving stuff back and forth between Dazra and the settled system. Just so happens I got a lot of time on my hands since Dazra went to hell and I lost my ship. And let me tell you, I thought things were grim before. Whatever that incident was, this whole planet's gonna need therapy. Tell me about it. I've been toting stuff back and forth for these people for years and still get the cold shoulder most places I go. But then these people lose half their city and you show up, and suddenly it's divine intervention. It sure has, to say the least. Anyway, enough about that. What can I do you for?
Me ajudar a se encontrar. Você conhece o velho que tá bem? Vamos lá, vou pedir
Beric
ajuda.
Vathal, huh? That's no small name around here. Well, I guess that depends. Vindicator? Who wants to know? Oh, sure. You just show up out of the blue and suddenly want to know where to find House Vathal's #1 son? And I know he wasn't lost to whatever ate up half of Dazra. Plenty of people have seen him since. Although, let's just say after what went down here, my retirement's looking imminent, and I haven't exactly been saving up for a rainy day. So if you're feeling generous, maybe we can help each other out.
Vamos pagar.
Nice to see we operate on the same wavelength. I'm pretty sure he's heading into the Highlands. Just not sure where. But I do have the means to track him. So you just say the word and we're off to the races. You make it sound creepy. But yeah, for emergencies. Yep, when it comes to my stuff, it's like a package deal. I'm not just gonna hand off valuable tech to some stranger. Oh no, I'm stuck on you until this is over. Let's just say I have an investment to look after. Once we're outside of Dazra, I'll fire up my tracker, and fingers crossed, it'll lead us right to him. Just head out the west gate, should be the fastest route.
Tá, o cara tá... Ele vai com a gente, então beleza. Pô, tinha que ter uma maneira que deu... Pô, cara, podia ter...
Plenty of places to be hiding outside of Dazra. Let's hope Barrick's not too far. Oh, this whole thing? Well, truth is, I made a deal with Barrick a while back. The guy isn't exactly keen on being cooped up in Dazra. Wants to see what the galaxy has to offer. So I told him when he's ready, pick a safe spot somewhere outside of Dazra, and I'll go get him. Hey, no way I'm running the risk of getting caught smuggling Varric Vathal off-world. The moment anyone catches wind of that, I can kiss my life goodbye. Yeah, Varric's a bit of a free thinker. Poor kid appealed to dear old dad on a few occasions, but Victor's having none of it. Well, I can't guarantee it, but I've got a hunch. If he's run off, wouldn't you take the only thing that could help get you off this planet?
Vamos atrás dele então.
The Great Serpent will deliver us from this. I know it.
Tem um equipamento abandonado aqui, eu acho que eu tenho quase certeza que é ele. Deixa eu fazer uma coisa aqui antes. Vamos salvar. Aqui, achou.
Look at this view. Despite everything, I cannot help but be moved by how beautiful my home can be. A temporary encampment, but not an uneventful stay for the occupant. This it's worth the effort.
A estrada voltada deu a vara que tá desligou. Quando você chegou, a vara que deixou rastrear e saiu com pressa. Não consegui, foi embora, o pai tá furioso. Nunca vi com tanta raiva, sempre achei que ele. Sabia que esse dia chegaria, mas talvez esteja se iludindo. Isso é a prova que eu nunca entendeu. Vamos se essa vitória luta de gente. Minha única esperança é que eu consiga dormir. Que essa história vai me entender. Conforme eu esperava, no domingo da noite passada. Tá, gente, se vocês quiserem. É só. Mais um de hack. Em todo lugar, difícil descobrir qualquer coisa relevante. Mais sangrante, é difícil de saber quanto sangue tem no teu corpo. A gente ainda pode estar viva.
What the hell is that?
Filha da mãe! Tá, vamos.
Look at this view. Despite everything, a temporary encampment, but not an uneventful stay for the occupant. I hope this is worth the effort.
Ah, isso aqui a gente já...
What the hell is that? I lost it.
Nossa! Essa... São chatas.
2 arms, 2 legs, still good to go. All my years and all the planets I've been on. Never gonna get used to those things.
Mano, só tô com os computadores que estão ligados. Uma hora costuma. Não, vamos.
You got that right. Damn mouse we're on. Wiping out half their city and bringing in whores like these. At least I don't see a body around here, so I hope that means Varric's alive. You find anything? I'll say. Varric's lucky he got out alive. I'll take a look around. Looks like Varric was running around in a panic. Not that I blame him. He definitely fled the camp, though. Better go check below and see if we can find out which direction he went.
There seems to be a path up. We should follow it.
All right, let's see what we got. Considering all the blood, looks like he stopped here to patch himself up. He's heading northwest, though, so let's see where that takes us.
Então ele veio pra... Passou por aqui.
If we lost them, why don't we just let them go?
Deixa essa galera ralar aí sozinho. Cara, eu não tô muito afim de... Não tô muito afim de encarar vocês, sabia? Não, esse bicho é chato pra cacete, cara. Fazenda da Irina.
That's far enough, strangers. You want to tell me what you're doing on my property uninvited? Through here. You realize you're in the middle of nowhere. I can understand that, but I can't help you. The only people here are my partner Zen and our daughter Mila. No one comes around here. We're isolated, and that's the way we like it.
Também incentivo financeiro, medicina. Onde tá a medicina?
All right, fine.
Irina, are you sure you know what you're doing?
Zen, yes, I know quite well. Never mind my partner, they're just overly cautious. As I said, we're isolated out here. We keep to ourselves. But we did aid an injured young man a few days ago.
That's gotta be Varric.
It's too coincidental. It must have been him. We sent him north. There's a long-abandoned growth farm we felt he could make use of. He claimed he lost everything in the incident that swallowed half of Dazra. He wanted to start a new life. We even gave him 2 of our own growths to get started.
Ajudar um traidor passou de crime de morte, você não suspeitou dele? Não, vou só agradecer.
You're welcome, and safe travels. If you find him, give him our regards.
Ah, ele ajudou. Ele foi ajudar pra uma galera. Quer dizer, eu não vou pegar. Dar pra ele. Né, que já que a. Não, o pai quer matar. Eu não vou. O pai queria que todo mundo morresse. Então, tipo assim, tinha que matar essas 3, tinha que matar aquele cara. O cara do. Ó, a menina do bar, esse, o outro aqui também, do rastreio. Ah, não vou fazer isso não. Os animais estão aqui. Gente, se quiserem, vocês pausem. Tá, pra ler o... Tô precisando ver essa aqui. Não, essa aqui não. Essa aqui tem valor. Ele não tem. Tá, meu banheiro. Vem pra cá, vem pra cá. Vamos pra dar de cima, vamos dar uma olhada.
Berg's been busy if he got this much done. Nothing going on out here. How about you? Find anything? Sounds like it's a waiting game then.
It seems I have uninvited guests. You want to explain yourselves?
Whoa, hey, it's me. Dang. Put the gun down
Tá
already.
falando com o Tanner que ele apareceu.
It's not you I'm concerned about. It's your friends.
Rightfully so.
I wish I could say I was pleased to meet you, but something tells me this isn't a social call. Please, if you're here on my father's orders, allow me to plead my case.
Sabe que não pode mudar minha opinião. Certo, condição está aquela coisa de saber se... Não, vamos...
I'm glad someone does for once. I am not sure how familiar you are with our culture, but all I've ever wanted was the right to choose. I was born House Vithal. I was raised to inherit the role of elder, to run the Ministry of State, to worship the Great Serpent. but I want none of it.
They really got into your head with the whole promise thing.
This is how the houses operate. Manipulation at its best.
It's never mattered how much I tried to reason with him. My father simply would not let me go. His pride and the fear of what it would mean for House Vithal is all he cares about.
Depois de apoio faz toda a diferença, você não interessa. Abandonar sua função será grande caso. Vamos lá.
You sound as if you speak from experience. I envy you. Sometimes I would give anything for a supportive word from my father. All I want is to make my own life. Something Tane understood and was willing to help me with.
The credits help too, but yeah. We talked about this briefly a while back already, but there's a bit more to it. I lost my ship to the incident, so I didn't want Barrick running off thinking I could just grab him and go. I was also out all the credits he was gonna pay me. That's where you came in. I figured, why not 2 for the price of 1?
So, now you know my true intentions for leaving, and given the circumstances, I may be here for some time. My hope now is to make the best of it here.
Você precisa voltar pro seu lugar. Antes você me diz que...
I suppose I owe you that much. The truth is, the scaled citadel was the last straw. My people are so blinded by faith and politics, they don't see how it's destroying us. Anasko Varun eliminated half our population in the blink of an eye. My sister Vashti among them. I could no longer live in a society that won't put its people first. That would
Então Vashti é a irmã dele.
in the name of a god that has done nothing for us.
Não vou entender religião, mas especialmente com tais níveis. Vezes as nossas fases que...
Usually a conversation requires... Perhaps you are lucky then. It's not easy to watch people you love blindly follow a path that leads to their destruction. I hope you can see why I want to walk away from all this. To start my own life. I ask that you give me that chance.
Você precisa voltar à sua representante, pode ir, mas... Tá, deixa eu sair aqui. Pera aí, deixa eu fazer uma coisa aqui primeiro. Vamos fazer o save aqui.
As I said before, I hope you can... I ask that...
Vamos lá. Posso tentar persuadir, posso botar ele aqui, eu posso atacar e matar. Vamos, deixa eu ver aqui.
Anything. Name it.
No canto, anel de sinete.
My ring. Vashti gave it to me. It's all I have left of her since the cataclysm. The disaster took every physical reminder of her except for this ring. Just wiped her from existence.
Vamos botar aqui, ó.
True. It's as if she's looking out for me. One last time. Take it. I'll find solace in the fact that the ring will remain with my family. And now I hope we are done here. Thank you for seeing reason. I owe you both my life and freedom.
Now that's over with. I'm gonna hang back here, talk to Varric a bit. Besides, I don't want to be around when you break the news to Victor. Do me a favor and find me at the Herald's Rest when you're done.
Então, vamos lá então. Vamos fazer viagem rápida pro... Tá, eu vou fazer aqui o seguinte, eu vou...
I pray you return with good news.
Let us speak. You're back. What news do you bring?
Não, é mentira, não. Não assinei como pedido.
What have you done? Varric.
This blood is on your hands, Victor. I hope you remember this. And I clearly said exceptions should be made.
No, it was Varric's choice. He knew the consequences.
You were his father. You were supposed to protect him. You think you are doing what is right out of some blind dedication, but you are destroying this house. You already lost one child. You had to murder the other.
Victoria!
I will not hear any more of this. It is done. Leave us.
Oh, I am leaving to mourn my nephew whose memory you disgrace with your very presence.
Victoria!
Leave her be, Luther. The great serpent will guide her. She will understand in time and emerge stronger for it. Indeed it does. Now, only one matter remains to discuss. Did you find anyone who aided my son in his treachery?
Olha que manteve segredo, não contou a ninguém.
Good. I also have heard nothing of my son's disappearance, so I appreciate your discretion in this matter. You restored order to this house, and have my gratitude. Here, the access code that Ekris needs to connect to the power grid. Now go. I have much to arrange.
Victor may not realize it now, but he will regret losing his son. If only you had allowed Varric to live. All must serve.
Tá, minha pergunta é... A tal da... Será que eu consigo encontrar?
Something is amiss, but I dare not speak.
Não é pra cá não. Aqui é a saída. Não é o que eu quero, não.
Be mindful of your actions. Heresy and treason.
Great Serpent be at your side.
Promised.
Não tem. Eu queria ter tido a chance de falar com aquela mulher, cara. Tá, prefeito, não temos mais aqui o que fazer. Vamos fazer o seguinte.
Sometimes it feels like we are not making any progress.
Just trying to survive one more day.
I don't need any free drinks from you.
Good luck. Out of all the elders, Victor is perhaps the most stubborn. Ah, did Victor finally relinquish the access code? Ah, excellent. We'll finally have the resources to fully charge the morning device. Now, give me a moment to set up the grid. Inputting the access code. Routing power. It is done. Vindicator, will you do us the honor? All personnel to stations. Clear the platform.
Activating power grid interlink.
Powering draft drive.
Field projector, standing by.
Ah, como é que é o aparelho completo?
Sending stabilizers.
Starfield, stable.
Capacitors fully charged.
All stations reporting. Ready to proceed with targeting.
Targeting system engaged.
Calibrating lens array.
Adjusting counterweights.
Logging excellent tilt. Device is in position.
It's time. On your mark. Fire.
faster.
It is working. Steady.
Can't keep the stabilizing graviton.
Fluctuation. Graphene.
Hold! We cannot fail the speaker now.
Rerouting power.
Burning out. Enough! Shut it down!
Running power.
Grav drive. Cycling down.
Burning 0 points.
Retracting stabilizers.
Shutdown complete.
There! Well done, all. Well done. We have done all we can. I am sure the council is waiting to speak with you.
Nossa. E deu tudo errado. Bem, de qualquer jeito. Vamos fazer uma coisa aqui. Vamos carregar.
As I said before, I hope you can. I asked that you.
Persuadir.
I can't go back. I want nothing to do with that life. I've never considered that. It's not that I want to let anyone down. Sadly, you are right. I was forced into this. I didn't ask for it. As I said, there's nothing you could say to make me go back. Please. All I want is to make my own life. To have my own freedom.
This is what you've been waiting for.
As I said before, I hope you can see I asked.
Vamos ver aqui. Tá de novo.
As I said before, I hope you can see why I want to walk away from all this.
Eu tenho 3 falhas que eu posso.
I ask that you give me that chance. No, I can't go back. I want nothing to do with that life. The recent events have only made things more clear. It's not that I want to. Perhaps I am being hasty. I know. And it does make me doubt my decision. As long as the Ministry of State sees to it that people like me are executed for treason, it matters little if I stay. As I said, please.
De novo. Tem que ter alguma maneira de eu fazer isso aqui. A média de pessoas não tava baixa. Ué, deu que doideira. Pera aí, deixa eu voltar aqui. Porque aí o nível de pessoas não tá voltando. Estranho ponto. Esse meu ponto que eu botei aqui de persuasão tava aqui antes da missão.
As I said before, I hope you can... I ask that you...
Vamos lá, pessoal.
I can't go back. I want nothing to do with that life. I suppose you have a point. It's only a matter of time before I leave Varun Kai, and they'll be reluctant to extend their search to the rest of the galaxy. It's not that I want to let anyone down. All right, I concede. I can see how I may have acted abruptly. Vashti's death, so much devastation. So much loss. But will my father even take me back?
Eu comecei a voltar, posso convencer ele também.
Vittoria always did bring out the reasonable side in my father. That's good to know she hasn't disowned me. I'll need to make some preparations before I return. Gathering my things and making sure Bella and Boris are taken care of. I'll be along shortly.
Same here. I'm going to stick around and help Barrick out. Besides, I don't think I want to be around when you report back to Victor. Do me a favor and find me later at the Herald's Rest.
Beleza. Era o que eu queria. Consegui convencer ele a voltar. Tá bom, vamos. Acredito que vai ser melhor assim do que aquela alternativa de chegar com... E eu tinha que ver... Fazer aquilo... Tipo, depois conversar com a tia, né? Vamos botar assim. Não, porque depois a gente não encontra ela aqui.
All must serve.
What news do you bring, Vindicator?
Serpent, be merciful.
Is this true? You allowed a traitor to live. You allowed him to live?
Victor, this is great news. Truly, the Great Serpent has guided him back to you.
Well, not exactly the Great Serpent, but I have returned nonetheless. Father, I admit I had no intention of coming back, but the Vindicator found me. He helped me see under a different light. Will you forgive me?
Victor, how dare you stall when your son has asked your forgiveness?
Já voltou para apoiar você em sua casa? Não, vamos bater.
Could it be?
Father, I have returned out of love and support for you and House Vetal. I am ready to dedicate myself fully.
Do you have any idea the trauma you have caused me? The damage you could have wrought upon this house?
It was never my intention to harm you or this house. Losing Vashti. So much devastation. I feared we devoted ourselves blindly to a path that would lead to our end. I let my emotions get the best of me. I lost my way, but I have returned. repentant and ready to serve.
Tenho certeza que vai ter esse sentimento. Tá começando de novo, reconciliação.
You may have a point.
You know what he says is true. And it will ensure House Vathal's values remain intact when the time comes for Varric to assume the title of Elder.
So I stand corrected. Varric, I have always seen myself in you, son. Even the weaker emotional side. Much like your aunt does for me, I know Vashti did for you. She was your anchor. It should be no surprise how her death drove you away.
Thank you, Father. All I ask is for your understanding and forgiveness.
And you shall have it.
It's good to have you back with us, Varric.
You put my son back on the right path and guided him home. You are quite right. Great Serpent knows I have room for improvement, and I can and will do better. Now that he has returned, Varric and I will use this moment to move forward. House politics vary drastically from the settled systems, but I understand your point.
And perhaps we could even learn by keeping those in mind.
Now, if you all will excuse us, there is something I wish to discuss with the Vindicator alone.
Come, Varric. Let us get you resettled.
Now that we have a bit more privacy, I wanted to discuss the matter of any traitors among us. Did you find anyone who aided my son in his treachery?
Queria que sofreu a gente sozinho, mas como teve segredo, não contou a ninguém. Vamos botar aqui de novo aqui. Vamos ver a situação.
I also have heard nothing of my son's disappearance, so I appreciate your discretion in this matter. While not the orders given, you restored this house and have my gratitude. Here, the access code that Ekris needs to connect to the power grid. Now go. Obviously, my son and I have much to discuss.
Tá, vambora. Eu acho muito melhor esse final. No final, tipo assim, a gente não precisa matar ninguém, não precisa, né, recorrer à violência. Nada disso. Acho que é algo válido.
It is unfortunate. Nasco's reason. Did Victor find... excellent. Now give me a...
Vamos passar tudo de novo aqui.
Inputting the access code. Routing power. It is done. Vindicator, will you do us the honor? All personnel to stations. Clear the platform.
Activating power grid interlink.
Powering draft drive.
Field projector. Standing by.
Extending stabilizers.
All stations reporting. Ready to proceed with targeting.
Targeting system engaged.
Vamos de novo. Mandar alguma coisa? Tenho certeza que não.
Adjusting counterweights.
Mas...
Device is in position.
It's time. On your mark. Fire!
Shall pierce the shell of the world.
Focus.
Beam on target.
Compensating for recoil.
It is working. Steady.
Detecting graviton flux.
Hold! We cannot fail this river now.
Rerouting power.
Burning out.
Enough! Shut it down!
Cutting power.
Rev drive cycling down.
Turning 0 point.
Retracting stabilizers.
Clear! Well done, all. Well done. We have done all we can. I am sure the Council is waiting to speak with you.
Bem. De um jeito ou de outro, né? Vocês viram aí. Bagunça que vai ser aqui agora, né? Gente, eu vou ficando por aqui. Se vocês gostaram, deixa o like, se inscreva no canal. Até a próxima com mais vídeo. Valeu!